Welcome back to Beards and Brews. Hey, if you haven't already, be sure to hit those subscribe and follow buttons and hit those notification sounds. Not only does it help us out, but you'll know exactly when we have another one brewing. This week, we have a little bit of a swap out in our roster. Good old Brady boy is not going to join us, but you might recognize her from our smash hit shows La Mumie and La Mumie 2. What do you say?
What's up, guys? Glad to be back.
Welcome back, Mr. Seagal.
Yeah.
You know,
Inside joke.
you had to bring back this bad motherfucker.
Yeah, it's hard to kill.
Oh, yeah.
The reason for that swap out is a bit curious, but it's because of this week's movie, Empire Records.
I actually love this movie. I know it has bad reviews, 31% on the Rotten Tomatoes, and it breaks my heart. I've been watching this movie since it came out in 1995. My mom still has it on VHS, and my thoughts haven't changed.
31 on the old Rotten Thermometer, but 100 in the thermometer in your heart.
It is. It has a special place.
See, I didn't see this movie until I was about 30 years old, so that's well past 1995's release date. If I had seen that back in the day, I probably would love it, but I didn't, so I don't.
I saw it super late too, last night, by the way, as recording the show. Never really heard of it. Like, after watching it, I had like vague memories of just like maybe seeing it in like a commercial on the forward of a VHS before the actual movie that I wanted to see. Other than that, absolutely went into this blindly.
Like, I love High Fidelity, another film that takes place in a record store. Love it. Maybe one of my all-time favorites. So people have always been like, oh, do you like Empire Records? For the longest time, I was like, haven't seen it. Then I saw it.
For some reason, I'm just thinking of just like, every time they ask you, they're just like, huh, you know, I'm just going to wait until I'm on a podcast in about 10 years and I'll get back to you.
Yeah.
I actually really love the cast. Not all
Okay.
of the cast, but the majority of the cast. You have Liv Tyler, beautiful, beautiful, young Liv Tyler.
Young, yes.
Renee Zellweger. We have Maxwell Caulfield as Rex Manning. Hot damn.
If you say so.
Is that a hot damn?
That was not a good hot damn. That
Oh,
was
okay.
he's a full-size Oompa Loompa hot damn.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, this dude is like exuding Conway Twitty the entire movie. I couldn't fucking stand his sideburns.
I was getting, what's the guy? If you think I'm sexy, da, 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 da.
Oh,
What
what's
is
that
that
guy's
guy?
name?
Rod Stewart.
Yeah, yeah.
I was getting Rod Stewart vibes.
He just looked fucking dirty the whole time. And like later on in the movie when he goes to this dirty room and he just looks dirty, I'm like, all this just spells STI.
But who is he running with? Miss Debbie Mazar from Beethoven 2. Dear
What?
Lord.
That's her
Yes.
accolade, Beethoven's second?
No. We have actually talked about her before. We talked about her when we covered, what was it, Batman? Which Batman was it? Forever?
Yeah, forever.
Because she's like a henchman or like a sidekick or something somewhere in there. I just have her down as that woman who was like the bad guy in every 90s kids movie.
Oh, okay. Okay.
She's terrific at it. Like, she looks so menacing with those eyes. She just looks like a Disney evil villain.
Were
The
those
whole-
her real eyes, by the way? I mean, like, were there
Absolutely.
contacts? I didn't remember
No.
it being so, like, cold.
Well, I'll give her the
Oh.
eyes, but her hair totally looked like if I grabbed her hat, it would come with it.
Yes. Like she was a fisherman.
She's just a longshoreman. But for some reason, I kind of thought it was that one lady from the Breakfast Club, the redhead.
Oh, Molly Ringwald?
Yeah, Molly Ringwald. Yeah,
What? No.
this is just Breakfast Club to Empire Boogaloo.
I mean, kinda. Like, we've talked about the cast. There's a pretty big cast, but there's not really a lead or anything. This is
Yeah.
like an ensemble with, like, no focus, at least in my opinion. Sorry, Amber.
That's
Like,
okay.
there's a lot.
That's okay.
No, that's a good point because there's so much that happens, but very little that actually matters, in my opinion. Sorry, Amber.
It's okay.
All right, so let's set the tone. This is a big record store back in the
Mhm.
time when you could have big record stores, like independent record stores.
Yeah.
This takes place somewhere in Delaware, and this is just a bunch of folks that works at a record store. Just one day in their life, I guess.
Fucking Delaware, by the way. Why does that keep
Fucking
coming back up?
Fun.
Ever since we did Wayne's World, it's just Delaware now.
This whole time, I literally thought that this was somewhere in California.
Me too. Absolutely.
Not until
You could think.
yesterday did I realize it was Delaware.
Yeah.
I'm shook.
He takes his bike to Atlantic City, which is, I guess, close to Delaware. I mean, where else are you going to go if you're in Delaware? Somewhere other than Delaware.
Oh, you know what? I take that back. I actually
Oh,
thought
no.
they were like New York somewhere. He does go to Atlantic City pretty quickly.
What's the weather like in Delaware? We got turtlenecks. We got hoochie skirts. We got tank tops. We
Like,
got
what if-
sweater vests.
Whatever you need to prepare for the Delaware, you know, they got it covered.
So yeah, I'm into it. I'm into those vibes.
the dude okay, so plot wise, like we mentioned, they have a record store. A lot of people that work there work used very loosely. There's a fella in a turtleneck, and he decides to grab all the money that's needed to pay off this place and just go to Atlantic City. I guess try to do a good thing and bet it all, see if he can like double, triple the money and just cover all expenses. You know, actually buy the property and save everybody's job. That's a great thing. That is a very solid reason. But the movie kind of communicates it in a way to where I thought this dude straight up stole the shit.
He did, like, he still stole it, even if he did it for like I guess a good reason. He still stole it. It was $9,000.
Yeah, but like I mean, like, you know, you either stole it or he stole it, that kind of thing. Like the movie didn't give him enough time to be characterized. It was just some like this moody dude in a turtleneck, and he just yoinked a bunch of money. I was like, who is this guy?
He's dressed like the Hamburglar. Well, later in the film, you actually come to find out he's more than just an employee. He's closer to Joe than you think.
He's an assistant manager.
He is an adopted son
Oh,
of Joe.
Are you
I missed
serious?
that part.
I actually did not put that together, like the Delaware thing, until a couple weeks ago.
What the
When
fuck
I
is
watched
this?
it.
Like, is this movie like a mystery wrapped in an enigma? So we're like, I'm gonna have to watch this shit again to figure
This is
something
the
out.
real evil empire.
It is like, it's a love story, a drama.
Yes.
Like, it's crazy. There's all kinds of things wrapped up in one.
Yeah, but the thing is, it doesn't work in the movie's favor. It almost feels like this started out as an idea for like a series, and they had like all these things laid out for like the first 8 episodes, and there's like, nah, just make a movie, and they just squished it all together.
The same thought, the exact same thought whenever I was finishing it up. I was like, man, this would actually kind of work as a series, but like
Yeah.
they've already did everything.
Yeah. And like, not to poop on it, but I am going to poop on it. But like the middle hour 10 of this hour and a half movie has no bearing on the beginning or the end of the movie.
No, they're just, hanging out. And,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like a day in the life. It's almost like if it were the 40-year-old virgin, but all the scenes were them hanging out their Best Buy.
Look,
Yeah,
all I'm going to say is AJ is a manager. No, all he does is sit in the back and do artwork all day. How much are these kids getting paid?
Hey, hold on, I got something to say about. Okay, AJ is a manager, but he had to close that evening, so he's hanging out on his own time. All
Yeah,
right?
All
I guess so,
day?
yeah.
Yeah, like he didn't start his shift yet. Same as Liv Tyler. He's just back there doing calculus.
Yeah.
Oh, no. AJ opens and closes because he says he needs the extra money because his rent just went up. He pulls a double shift for Joe because he's a damn good employee.
I guess so, but they still wind up doing nothing. Like, everybody does nothing.
Oh, literally, he
Sounds
did
like-
nothing the whole damn time.
That sounds like a
He
great
didn't-
job.
It sounds perfect.
It totally does, but like, I know that we've all had to like pick up slack from somebody else, so watching that just pissed me off. I'm just like, fucking do something.
Dude, every day. They just leave Mark out there at one point, and it's overran with customers. He's just alone.
Yeah, and
He
he
just
says,
goes over the intercom. Help me, please help me.
I mean, that's pretty real. Like, I wish more people were that honest, you know?
Like, not just like, code 2 to the front desk, code 2 to the front desk. All right, so we've got 2 sort of plot lines going in concurrently. We already talked about the timeline, the plot line about the one employee steals the money, takes it to Atlantic City to try and double or triple his money. We got that.
Yeah.
The money's missing. But we also have, this is Rex Manning Day, and Rex Manning is a washed up pop star from the 80s.
He sure
Hell
is.
yeah. He's like a white prince.
Oh,
Oh,
don't do Prince like that.
Yeah.
No.
Sorry. Look
That's
at the
pretty-
outfit. He straight stole it.
I mean, I guess what Prince didn't have in height, he made up with talent. But this guy is just fucking... Did you see the music video? I was secondhand embarrassed. Like, I didn't even know how to describe it. It's just like, if like those Fabio, I Can't Believe It's Not Butter commercials were like an extended fucking play.
see like a white unicorn come out of the ocean just galloping or something.
Yeah, like the kind of guy who just like lives and breathes soap opera.
Not only did I see it, I reenacted it on Brady on the couch while he just stared at me angrily.
I mean, that's a reasonable reaction, I gotta say.
Well, hell, even the employees in the store started dancing around and people were just trying to fucking shop. I'm just like, all right, whatever.
Yeah, so we know one song from this guy that gets played several times during, and it's a bad, like, cheesy pop song. But I read a little snippet about this music video that they actually filmed to show during the movie. Evidently, it was only supposed to last, like, 10 or 15 seconds, but the crew just had so much fun just doing stupid, like, over-the-top shit in the music video that they just kept it rolling.
And thus his career started, inadvertently, as that guy.
So on April 8th, like in real life, April 8th is literal Rex Manning Day for fans of the movie.
I was saying that we should have waited until Rex Manning Day.
I'll still make cupcakes on April 8th. I'll send them to you guys,
Hell yeah.
We just gotta, let's just not wait. Let's just whip it out, just like Rex Manning did at the fucking back of the store.
Oh.
It was just so fucked.
It was a disgusting time.
Oh, yep. The 90s.
The 90s just in general were a disgusting time.
Just all of it. Pokemon, the whole thing.
Jesus Jones.
But yeah, back to the plot I used generously, because the whole thing about the money in the shop stops. No longer important. Nobody really cares in the same way a human would care about something important.
Right.
Instead, everybody else is just kind of going about their ways. They all have personal dramas. Shit is just happening, and their fellow subordinates are reacting to it like it's some sort of like high school drama.
I mean, is it not? Like, this is real life, but like these kids they're kids. Like, aside from Joe, and like AJ might be, I'm gonna guess like 20 maybe. Everybody else is just kids.
Nah, Lucas looks like he's like 35. He looks
I don't
old.
know about 35.
I think it's just the turtleneck. It adds about 7 years.
We can talk about the next few scenes. None of them matter, but we can talk about them. Like, the next thing that I have is the scene where, like, everybody's just chilling. I mean, it's a fun scene. But everybody's just chilling in the back. You got Rex Manning's manager or whatever she is back there just talking to the guys that had just captured this shoplifter. And she's just like, oh, well, did any of you like the new Rex Manning record? And they're all just like, some pussy shit. Dance Party USA. T-Bopper.
The whole line for Rex Manning Day is full of MILFs and grannies.
Oh, MILFs and GILFs. Hell yeah. That's his next album, by the way.
Oh, my God.
The line that he drops back in is like, this is from Lucas, by the way, is like, did you compare the percentage of teenage Rex Manning fans to the... Fuck, I can't read my writing. Let's just skip that.
You just made anything up. It doesn't matter.
Did you compare the percentage of teenage Rex Manning fans to the incidence of homosexuality among teenage males?
Dude, he just got called gay by the gayest dude at the store.
Oh. So I think that's pretty much her last straw. She's like, damn, you're right. I'm out. And then we move on to the next scene.
Yeah, it's whatever. I mean, the whole thing's probably not worth like the shilling he pays her.
Oh, thank you. I need this. Yeah, what I've got here today is from Schilling Cider House. This is Excelsior. It's an imperial apple cider, 8.5% alcohol by volume. This is out of Auburn, Washington. It's a little bit tart, a little bit sweet. This is a pretty well-rounded cider. Not as dry as I would like. It's still not too bad. It is pretty strong. You can taste that alcohol at 8.5%. It's still not like overwhelming. It's not cloying or anything. It's totally fine. 8.5%. It'll get you drunk.
But you know what doesn't get you drunk? This movie. All the while, it is Rex Manning Day. He shows up. He's got those MILFs. He's got those GILFs. He's having a real bad time. Realizing that his clientele, much older. So what does he do? Starts waving his dick around in the store.
Guess what? He gets a biter.
He gets a biter?
He gets a biter.
How are you going to phrase that?
Dude, you can't just be saying Rex Manning rolled in with his bobber hanging out and got a couple bites.
Oh. Well,
sorry,
like,
guys.
First, we haven't talked about Liv Tyler. She's kind of like a big part of this movie, despite how little we've actually talked about her. But through this, she's like,
so, yeah.
oh, Rex Manning, he's my, like, idol or something like that. I'm gonna bang him.
Was that her trying to lose her V card?
Yes.
Okay. I got a little confused a little bit because like she does wind up kind of like making the moves on him and gets extremely far with it. But like the picture that she had of him was just like this shitty photocopy thing that looked like the cover of a Clash album. I was just like, what the fuck is that?
It was the olden times.
But like this, the olden times. But like this whole thing is like turns out to be drama again amongst the company. So Liv Tyler wants to bang fucking gross Conway Twitty dude, but all the while the other artsy guy is just like, oh, I just want to tell her I love her. I'm gonna go on top of the building and just practice my speech because I'm a big puss. And like while he's up there practicing, she's literally in a room downstairs where his wiener's out.
Okay, where do I start? Why the hell she chose to wear her period panties to lose her V-card to Rex Manning is beyond me. Not cute, Liv. 2, AJ, way cuter than Rex Manning, and he already loves you. And I think it's kind of romantic, but I'm a girl, so whatever.
Well, she was too dumb to put those 2 and 2 together. Whatever.
She's like a wannabe slut,
Oh,
she wants to be like Gina.
Oh, a fake slut, a flut.
Yeah.
Yeah,
See?
Gina, who is like her best friend, I guess, it seems like, she gets around, she parties, Liv Tyler's character does not, but maybe she wants to a little bit. We'll see.
This movie is so goddamn stupid when it comes to this. Because, like, whatever. This girl sleeps around. That's her prerogative. And the whole time she's trying to bang this old dude. And then when it breaks down, she starts to rag on Renee Zellweger for being a slut. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
They went to brunch, Liv Tyler takes her bra off. I guess it doesn't belong to her. Time's up. She didn't use it.
Well, once the time runs out, it just turns into a booby trap.
She immediately calls her best friend a whore.
Yes.
And so what does Gina do? She immediately fucks Rex Manning. And then Liv Tyler just has to go back to AJ, who no longer even wants her. He wants Deb.
Man.
I think he just went back to like Dance with Deb to make her jealous. I don't
They
think he
made
ever
out hard.
They made out?
Yeah, they were making out when he took his shirt off and, lost all the attraction. Like, put your shirt back on.
Middle of a work day, by the way. There's just like poor old lady just like going through like the adult contemporary section, just like, oh my god.
He's the manager. I guess he just gets that privilege.
I guess. He also, whatever. Somebody got assaulted in the store and nobody fucking cared. Fuck all this. Nobody cares.
Listen, it was a dance party in the middle of a day. It's Rex Manning Day. What happens, happens.
So what happens is Joe has another breakdown and yells at everyone again.
Is this right after he like locks himself in the office and plays Thunderstruck or whatever it is, some AC/DC song?
Oh man!
Oh, if you want blood, and it was great.
Yeah,
okay, shut up.
Yeah, if you want blood, in parentheses, you've got it. I love that song. I know that song biblically, but like the way it's used in this movie is so goddamn random. It could have been anything.
He just looks so like middle-aged tough guy trying to be cool, playing drums in his record store. Get the fuck out of here, Scott Stapp.
He looks like Scott Stapp and Jeff Bridges. That's who he looks like.
To me, he just looked like a fake Baldwin brother, and I just couldn't fucking get over it. Like when he was getting pissed, I was like, honey, look, he's mad. He's about to shoot him.
I think he's on one of those CSI shows, actually.
You said Baldwin earlier, and I was like, I don't see it. Now I see it. It's like Stephen Baldwin.
Yeah,
he's like one of those Wish Baldwins.
That's Daniel Baldwin.
Daniel Baldwin.
Brother.
I don't know. You can just pick any name. Oh, that's Jeffrey Baldwin. Just like regular white dude name. Doug.
Doug Baldwin. Why does that sound familiar?
I don't know. But Doug Baldwin does sound short for Douggery, and I'm all about it.
Oh, fucking Doug Baldwin. Wide receiver for the Seahawks. That's where it... Yeah, all right.
Well, he's not a Seahawk. He's more of a shithawk, and I just didn't appreciate it.
He's trying really, really hard. Once again, the entire, store is in the back room, not doing their jobs. Liv Tyler walks through. She wants to leave, man. She's not feeling it. She tried to hoe out to Rex Manning. AJ doesn't want her. She's over it.
Tried to hoe out.
What happens is Gina's missing and Rex is missing. Guess what they're doing, fellas?
We don't need to guess. We can hear it. We can smell it.
They're banging it down in the coffee
Ew.
machine.
It was like tanning cream or some shit.
Tanning oil and fucking low-fat wishbone Italian.
Ooh,
With a
man.
splash of cool water.
God.
We haven't even talked about his hair. We're just shit-talking his, like, spray tan. His hair is what everybody in the movie makes fun of.
Well, I mean, it looks like it's held together by like some kind of like weatherproofing caulking. That's like perfectly just like Lego piece on.
To
Flex
me,
seal.
Wait, what?
Flex
she
seal.
said fucking Flex Seal.
That's a lot of damage.
No, to me, he just looks like one of the monkeys or something, but like grown up, like way past his prime. Like this
Oh.
guy's supposed to be, I want to guess, what, in his 40s?
I guess so, yeah.
Well, he looks like one of the monkeys, but in his 60s.
Oh,
He's just a damn dirty ape.
Oh. No, I'm talking about like fucking Mickey Dolenz, those guys. I don't remember any of the other monkeys, but like
I don't
the boy
either.
group, the monkeys.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Daydream Believer. Y'all know who I'm talking about now.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
on his way out, you know, he's got to cash in his ticket to that last train to Clarksville and everything.
There
Like
we go.
everybody's just giving him the fucking business. Like the dude literally walked in, just got laid. He didn't like go out of his way to be a predator or anything. He just like, whatever. I'm Rex Manning. This shit happens, and everybody's just like, oh fuck you. By the way, you're just trash. And the guy's just like, what? I've done nothing wrong, and you paid me to be here. Peace.
Listen, we saw how everybody looked around when this girl came out wearing only an apron. You all wanted it too.
oh yeah, Joe. Everybody was looking like, Gina, please put your clothes on or not. Like,
I mean, maybe if you go out to the counter, we can put out a tip jar and make some money that way, you know?
Yeah, that's a good point. Like Joe was straight up just like, damn, that apron looks good. Maybe I should sell out.
so the worst part of the movie to me is coming up, and that's the funeral scene. I hate
Oh,
it. I've
Lord.
always hated it. It is so stupid. They just play light as a feather, stiff as a board for like half an hour.
Yeah, I agree. This part's like super dumb. Made me feel like it was super pretentious. Kind of sent shockwaves through the rest of the movie because now I feel like this movie was kind of like first draft by like a college film student who was trying to like write some like 90s rom-com.
Yeah, so basically, Deb, when she came in, everybody knows that she had like a bandage on her wrist. Oh no, she tried to kill herself or something. And then an hour later, we mention it again. It's like, oh, let's show Deb what it would actually be like at her funeral. And it's like a pretty shitty thing, actually. It's not cool at all. And she's just like, oh, well, sorry that I tried to take my life with a lady bick. I won't do that again, guys.
Womp womp. I don't know. I wasn't feeling it.
That's
This
just
is-
Ripley from Aliens 3.
I kind of wish that like when she finally took off the bandage, it wasn't a cut. Maybe it was just like just a dumb tattoo. Like, oh, is that Doug Baldwin from the NFL or something stupid like that?
Yeah, I'm a big Seahawks fan.
So the whole time that this funeral scene's happening, guess who's back? It's Warren, and he's got a gun.
Oh, that shit made me laugh because I called it. I was with the missus. I was like, it'd be hilarious if he came back with a gun. Because like when he was removed from the store after stealing those CDs, he's like, I'll be back and you'll be sorry. And I was like, dude, he's a school shooter. He's a school shooter. Fucker comes back with a 44 Magnum, starts waving it around.
I'm glad you know the make and model of the gun. I just had this down as a Colt 45 with no zigzags.
After seeing Dirty Harry, you'll like never ever not recognize it.
It's a big ass revolver.
So who gets him to put this revolver down and calm down enough? It's Ripley. Deb comes out. She doesn't care. She wants to die anyways. Her job sucks. She's like, I
Whatever.
talked to God. She said it's cool. Stop.
She said it's cool.
And he does. And then he works there now.
And there it is. That's why our little resident store manager is a softie, because everyone here is a broken human being, and he's giving them this job as a second chance at life.
So basically what we've said is everyone in this store that works, aside from Rex Manning,
He got some work in though.
is kind of a piece of shit. But instead of firing anyone, Joe actually hires someone, despite already having 10 fucking employees in this little store.
And he wonders why he can't afford his fucking monthly rent.
And none of them are doing any fucking work.
None. Like, there's no focus on sales. It's a store.
No.
I do enjoy the fact that, like, you know, this Warren's kid, he works there now because he really doesn't have any place to go. Maybe no parents. Oh, Deb works here because she's extremely depressed, maybe had a bad history. Renee Zellweger works here because she fucked Rex Manning.
Oh, Liv Tyler works there to support her speed habit. She's a junkie, forgot.
Oh, yeah.
That's another thing. Like, in the middle of all these scenes that are sort of encapsulated amongst themselves, we get one random scene that outs Liv Tyler as like an Adderall junkie or whatever this is.
Yeah.
It literally doesn't matter at all. We can just throw this
It really
scene
doesn't.
completely out.
I think it's because whoever wrote this movie got to this point in production. They're like, oh, fuck, I forgot to write in an issue that she has. Like, everybody else has issues but her.
Yeah, I mean, she's
True.
super smart. I mean, let's be real, absolutely gorgeous, and she's going to Harvard. What kind of problems could she have? Oh, this is fucking little Adderall Annie from Community.
I thought they were just trying to make her like, what's her name from Saved by the Bell when she became a pillhead. And she's like, I'm so excited.
I'm so scared. Yes.
That's what it
All
is.
right. Yeah.
So the movie ends with a freaking free concert on top of the building.
Oh,
We got Coyote
fuck.
Shivers up there, who actually wrote and sang this song. It's his song. Who plays Burko? He looks like a mosquito man.
He's I just called him Sleeveless.
Yeah,
we got
random guitarist that just shows up just to be a guitarist, I guess.
Yeah. Well, when he's not auditioning for the next Warriors movie, he's just chilling at the shop.
True.
we got Roxy Hart up there making her debut because she wants to be in a band, and that's why she's a slut.
I guess.
That's why she's a slut.
That's
Yeah.
why.
Yep.
I don't know if this is like an unpopular opinion or anything, but man, she can't fucking sing. When
It's
she was
true.
up there like impressing people, she sounded bad. Was that just me?
Well, it's because she never tried. She never had the practice. Also, what she thinks is singing in the rock band is just like screaming.
It's like this
Yeah, it's
scream
bad.
squeak.
Ugh.
We have a romantic ending between Liv Tyler and AJ, Corey and AJ. She finally beats him up again, but then lets him kiss her. I guess that's romantic. And Gin
I
Blossoms kicks on for like the 15th time.
A lot of gin blossoms in this movie. Like, we haven't really talked about the soundtrack, and that's usually something I talk about. I feel like the soundtrack to this could have been so much better. We do get a little bit of Guar and Suicidal Tendencies, but everything else I feel like is just like
Gin Blossoms.
gin blossom, like super like mainstream radio for the 90s. Like, this felt like it had already become Music Town.
Well, see, that's what happens when you spend your entire budget on Rex Manning's hair.
Aquanet wasn't
Oh.
cheap in the 90s.
Hell no. Cars ran on that shit.
Then everyone just starts dancing like some "Don't You Forget About Me" ending.
No, it's like Shrek. They just had a
It's
musical
past
number.
midnight. They've worked overtime. They're still getting paid.
Yeah, nobody clocked out. I
They've
mean,
been up there forever.
it
Whatever.
doesn't matter.
When I saw her face, dun, 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 dun.
The monkeys, they're just coming back.
It's like poetry. It rhymes.
But no, the ending of this movie is actually Plowed by Sponge, which honestly is a bop. But yeah, that's about it. That's the end of this movie. It just
Yeah.
ends like that.
We did kind of forget to mention the whole solution to the store. So, hey, you need money to pay off the store or buy it for yourself. What do? Ask for donations. Thus, they get money.
Oh
Like,
yes.
it's not even just asking for donations. It's holding a keg party in the middle of the street.
In
They
the
didn't
middle
get
of
a
the
license for that. They're not carding anyone. Yeah, I'm sure this city has a noise curfew. Come on, now.
Delaware
This
is lit.
evidently Wilmington. Get at me.
Jesus.
I will always have a special spot in my heart for this movie. Is it bad? Yes. But I love it. I love the music. I love the actors. I love the cringe. I'll watch it again and again.
I am on the complete opposite side of the spectrum, but I don't hate it. This movie just suffers from just a lot of nothing. There is nothing in this movie whatsoever. Hardly any cohesion. Like, the biggest foil in this entire movie, it could be wrapped up immediately. There doesn't even need to be a movie. This thing could be like 10 minutes long. It could just be a short subject. But we, of course, wouldn't have anybody shag Rex Manning. And that's what this whole thing is about.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, from my point of view, I would go the opposite direction. We talked about it a little bit. I'd like to see this as a series. I want to see these characters develop. Show me more of all of these people. But, like, spread it out a little bit. Don't give me these weird little mundane things that just happen, like somebody gluing quarters to the floor. That doesn't matter in a fucking movie. Like, this is a movie. Give me something that matters, and there's just nothing here. Make it a TV series. Get back at me.
Well, there you have it. That was Empire Records. If you have any strong feelings about the movie or the show, leave it in that comment section below.
Make sure you hit the like and subscribe buttons. Be sure to hit the bell icon, too, so you don't miss what we've got brewing up next to Rex Manning Day.
Follow us on all the social media. We've got Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Reddit. We're anywhere podcasts are available. And if you don't, we'll send Warren to your house with a gun. He won't hurt you, but the repair bill won't be cheap. Bang, bang.
For legal reasons, we have to say that this is a joke.
It's 100% a joke.
And also, Liv Tyler was 17. Good night.